When people invoke the dog who hasn't barked, they are pointing to a principle that often outweighs any direct clue. Sometimes the most important evidence is what does not happen. In Sherlock Holmes's Silver Blaze, a racehorse vanishes and a stable boy is killed. Suspicion falls on an outsider until Holmes asks whether the watchdog barked. It did not. That silence ruled out the stranger theory and pointed to someone the dog already knew. A missing signal redirected the entire investigation. This logic rests on a simple structure. Normally, an intruder appears, the dog barks, and an alarm follows. In this case, the chain broke. When an expected link fails, the gap becomes information. You reason backward from the missing effect to a cause that could plausibly produce it. The goal is to find a story in which the actor, the expected signal, and the resulting interpretation all align. The method generalizes. For any situation with an agent, a signal, and a meaning, first ask what you would expect to observe if your explanation were correct. Then check whether that signal appears. If it is absent, that absence becomes a constraint that eliminates whole categories of explanations. That is why the silent dog narrows the field so sharply. But silence has multiple interpretations: familiarity, incapacity, misdirection, and each carries side effects. Familiarity implies unforced access. Incapacity implies tampering or restraint. Misdirection implies activity outside the sensor's reach. The key is to see which additional traces do or do not accompany the missing signal. This reasoning appears everywhere. A company that normally issues guidance, but suddenly does not. A suspicious login that generates no alert. A medical picture where one key symptom is missing. A feature launch that produces no change at all. In each case, the question is identical. Under my theory, what should I be seeing? And what does its absence rule out? The final step is integration. A missing signal matters only when paired with justified expectations, a functioning sensor, and supporting evidence elsewhere. In Holmes's case, the dog's silence fits perfectly with the physical facts and the circle of people with routine access. The lesson endures. Compare what should have happened with what did happen, and let the silences narrow the possibilities.